10.99. Rob, this is the time to be alive, I'm telling you right now. If IronSharif can go to 2-0, I'd love to see you and him in that little tournament.
Oh, yeah, me too. I want to get my hands on him so bad just to prove myself, man. You got to beat the best to be the best. Words from the Blessed MMA. Khabib versus Max Holloway on April 7th. I'm juiced. Let's go, bae.
Yeah, and the day after that, mate, ESFL versus UFC Go. Or Go UFC.
I'm not worried.
Oh, you're not worried?
Kinetic.
Represent ESFL, but also that's a good fight. We got
Kinetic.
it. We got it. That's right. You're not worried? Okay, good stuff. Anyway, here we go with those matchups. I believe it was Goat who picked up Cormier, correct?
No, actually, IronSharif picked up Cormier.
IronSharif picked up Cormier. Well, there we go. The Sharif himself, the man, the boxing legend, seeing him warm up there. DC pick up hand speed, going to get on the inside. We saw this matchup earlier on tonight. Gustafsson, I believe, did walk away with a victory, but he has to close that distance, and he won't have a problem with that. Oh, but that was skipping D. We're ready to get this thing going.
We're ready to go. Main event of the night. It's Demar and Bailey. It's Bruce Lee. Rob, here we go. 5 rounds. It's IronSharif taking on the Goat.
Yeah, and we're going to see who takes the initiative here. Goat already employing some kicks into his game, something we talked about IronSharif maybe not looking for. Beautiful jab fake here. IronSharif going with a double jab, but didn't trouble up on it. He's throwing it twice because he wants to throw it twice. Oh, what a beautiful lead roundhouse to the body, and he threw that stepping out the outside as well. And here we go, Sharif just standing planting his feet here. See if we can catch him coming in. Goat trying to find his openings, Rob.
Yeah, it looks like Goat's just keeping his range, and Sharif just kind of taking center of the octagon, like you said, and just keeping planted and looking for some big power shots as he usually does. Look at those leans, D.
Yeah, I love that stuff right there, but he paid the price. Nice catch there by Goat.
Tyson-esque with the way he's shuffling his hips from side to side there, rolling that head. But we do call it, you know, Slip City, whatever you prefer it is here. But he is doing a good job putting on that pressure here and landing that uppercut, the 1-2s, backing out, gets that big right hand over the top. And Goat here, he's just backing up, he's just circling away. He's not really throwing back or trying to stop that forward pressure. Content to move. He is playing Gustafsson, so he's got time, patience, trying to find shots that work for him. And there's that ducking uppercut that you talked about, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. The key to beating IronSharif, I believe, is just staying range, you know, staying far back and not getting caught against the cage.
Ooh.
Big left hook, D. What do you think about that left hook, D?
We got our first rock, and it's on the receiving end of IronSharif. I mean, good spot there. Nice uppercut. He's got, watch that head movement, guys, with this latest patch. IronSharif just coming in there with that head movement. He might get caught with some more hooks. Good job by Goat 3 minutes into this fight.
Yeah, I love how Goat set that up. You know, Sharif's coming straight forward, straight down the middle, so he moved backwards through the uppercut, and then again, when Sharif's pushing forward there, he just seemed pouring with the jab. This is what we've been seeing not a lot of from other fighters when they're getting pressured tonight. You know, they're running away, they're stepping in, throwing their 3 shots, they're running away. Whereas Goat's throwing back, just moving backwards, just pouring the jab, just keeping him off him, keeping the distance. You stay over there, this is the jab. If he does slip, then, you know, then you start covering up and start worrying about the jab. But for now, just good work by Goat, trying to keep him away, and beautiful job with that rear uppercut and then followed through with the left hook. And there you go, plants throws a 1-2 straight down the middle. I like this work from Goat.
Yeah, Goat's doing a wonderful job mixing it up, going to the head, going to the body, staying at range, circling the cage. You know, IronSharif really likes to pin his opponents against the cage and just land big shots. So if Goat could keep maintaining this, then this is going to be a long night for IronSharif, D.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Goat try to slip some of these jabs. If you see Sharif just coming in jab, I'd like to see him slip and double hook him right off the bat. 40 seconds left here. First round, main event, IronSharif versus Goat 10.99.
Yeah, but Goat's doing a good job when he's throwing this jab. He's not moving forward. He's moving backwards. And that's the difference between that classic slip we see where half people online, you know, oh, I want to throw my jab, I'll get slipped. Well, if you walk forward and throw your jab, sure. But if you plant and throw your jab, it's going to come back fast enough that you can block. If you do block, if you follow up 2 strikes, you might get slipped and hit. But if you're moving backwards and jabbing, it's very hard to get slipped and get hit. But there we go, the end of the first round.
Yeah, it looks like you got to give the advantage to Goat there. He did have the rock, and you saw a catch kick there. But yeah, Goat had the rock there. Some more damage being done by him. Sharif, like you said, trying to push his opponent against the cage, Rob, and get him stuck in his zone there.
Yeah, and, you know, Goat is taking some of those jabs, but blocking those jabs, like Balian said, is also better because if you're leaning right, anticipating that straight, and you eat like an IronSharif left or right, then that's a lot more damaging than just, you know, taking a couple jabs to the face.
And here we go, second round of the main event. Demar 15 alongside Bruce Lee, Rob, and Balian. Take it away.
Yeah, good job there with the jab, intercepting that uppercut, and he has this beautiful range and footwork advantage, and he's using it really well. I like the dip out there, looking for the lead uppercut, trying to catch Sheriff as he's ducking his head down low. And Sheriff again trying to force the pressure of the action to the cage, but I think Goat knows that's exactly where he doesn't want to be, and he does a good job circling back to the octagon. He's trying to stay inside that inner octagon here, and landing some beautiful shots on the inside here. Good head moving out, switching to southpaw now, got to be careful, but goes back to orthodox.
Interesting, because he did switch for a second, then he switched right back to orthodox, and man, those one-two body shots, D, are killing Iron Sheriff right now.
Yeah, look at the hands on Goat. You were right, Brucey. Rob, Goat is no joke here. He's putting on a good performance against a great fighter in IronSharif.
And this is a really good example of what we've been calling for all night. When we see people like Swiss Lebax taking on Don't Shoot His Blind, just running away. And this is exactly what we needed. You would have to do in a fight like that. You don't want to go straight back. You want to constantly jab, work the body, plant, back off and jab. Don't come forward and throw your shots. He's already coming to get you, so you don't need to go get him. He's coming forward. And there it is again, 1-2 to the lead hook to the body. Again, jab on the outside, step back, jab. And this is just a beautiful example of how to stop a pressure fighter, and we're seeing it right now.
Iron Sheriff is getting eaten alive this fight. D, what does Iron Sheriff need to do to, make his mark and do some damage?
Well, I don't know who initiated the clinch here. I'm assuming Goat did. It looks like
grab the single
maybe
collar.
he wants to get some clinch work against IronSharif, but he doesn't have the stats in this situation, so really not a great spot as he gets taken down. I mean, I don't know why he went for the clinch against an Olympic medalist like DC.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, he was doing so well, mixing it up, just landing that 1-2, but he shakes him off. A pro veteran move in the ESFL. Wow, D. I mean, Bay, what did you think about that?
I mean, good job. He wouldn't have initiated the clinch unless he was, confident there, but did get taken down. He did land a few knees, though, as well, but the shimmy shake, we gotta love the shimmy shake there, Rob, of course.
The shimmy shake.
Ooh, good job slipping off with a 1-2 to the body. But this is Go all day, just backing up, throwing the jab. Now, if he tries to commit with something big, like his rear hand hook or his uppercut, that's when he can get caught. That's when things get dangerous. But as long as he's jabbing and backing out like this, he can do this all day, the entire fight. And Sheriff can't touch him right here. He doesn't cover enough distance with that ducking uppercut to catch Gustafsson. And there he is. He can just back out through the jab. Now he plants there through the right hand, and that's where we see him getting hit right there as well, just like we talked about. Oh! Keep that block up! And now he gets dropped here. Sheriff's stamina's down. Damn. Not good.
It was just like that, man. All of a sudden there's a knockdown. The round was going so well for Goat, and if you're a judge now, you don't even know, right? Great job by IronSharif. Pressure fighter, got his knockdown.
Yeah, if he gets you near that fence, he's so good at doing damage and getting that knockdown. I've experienced it firsthand. You got to stay off that fence at all costs, or you're going to be in some serious trouble against Iron Sheriff. And that brings both these gentlemen to 1-1. You got Goat in the red and Iron Sheriff in the blue. Take it away, Bay.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for, obviously, to push the fence. And Goat was doing such a good job of circling out, kind of keep it inside that middle octagon. Not backing up too much, but he's finding himself trapped again here, and he's throwing that jab and stepping out. He's doing a good job throwing it backwards, but right there he needs to circle out. Does a good job coming back to the center of the octagon, but you're right, completely right, Rob. That's not where he wants to be, and Sheriff knows that's what he wants to look for, and that's what he wants, that jab. If he circles to that way, he is circling into that right hand, that right uppercut, but that lead hand's a little bit closer, so it might even be the best move to do against Cormier, who's not going to cover the distance with that uppercut, as he would do against another fighter.
We're seeing more of the same, Rob. It's just more of the same kind of style of fighting. He's pressuring. And look, slips that jab, and like Alien said, just keeping the distance with his jab, and then maybe sometimes throwing that body hook after.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. When he's comfortable with it.
Ooh, good leg check by Go, and a takedown. Interesting. Let's see what he can do on top here, D.
Here we go. He's got 3 minutes to work. And now the stats, it's pretty much nullifies each other. Gustafsson's top game against DC's bottom game, probably pretty even here, so it's going to be a good battle.
I know that you went for that leg check, single leg takedown, Rob. Is that something you work a lot, or is that just instinctual at this point?
That's actually something I added to my game because I realized if you do get your leg checked, you almost get an automatic takedown every time, Bay.
Oh, that's pretty good. There we go. We're seeing them Goat employ that tactic there as well. A lot of league leg kicks coming from IronSharif. So grabbing that. But this is a good battle here. So many fakes coming off. Gets that sweep there, D. Ooh, denies the mount.
It took 40 seconds of him to be on the bottom to get that sweep. You know, he tried it a few times. Let's see if he can get it. He charges it up. Nice denial by IronSharif. He should have went for a transition earlier, but he gets it anyways. Now he's in mount. He's got 2 minutes to work here. Can he get damage down?
I don't understand why Goat is underneath him and why he initiated that takedown. I mean, maybe when he got rocked, he's taking big shots right here, babe. Big shots.
Oh, damn. Yeah, makes the back roll position here. Gets it. But double hooks in here. There's the shimmy shake. That's why, Rob. Because he loves the shimmy shake and he's not afraid to use it.
I just want him to, I want to see him do more of the same and just, you know, keep working that 1-2, go into the body and just stay back. But he's getting pressured right now, dude.
He needs, this is...
Yeah, he's throwing on some heat right now. IronSharif just no stamina, just going forward regardless.
I mean, if he didn't make the read on that ducking uppercut and L1 left stick, L1 right stick out to the side, he would have been a really dangerous spot. But they created enough space. Sharif lost enough stamina he could get away from it. But yeah, he had low block and he got really, really cornered so quickly by IronSharif, and he needs to land some 1-2s or in that point just throw something big right hand to the body, just stop that forward pressure before it keeps coming. Because Sharif's so good at closing that distance there and keeping that pressure.
And IronSharif is... No, go ahead, Bay. Or D.
I was just going to say, this was the time when he got that knockdown in the last round, the last 20 seconds. Let's see if he can do anything in the last 20 seconds of this round.
Dang, that's 2 rounds to 1 in my opinion. I think IronSharif, you know, when he got that full mount and started dropping hammers, might have stole that round, guys.
Well, that
I'm not sure why he initiated the takedown, right? I mean, maybe he thought he had the confidence, but a great sweep by Sharif. I mean, no slouch on the ground, obviously. He's been training.
Yeah, Goat did get the takedown, though. That is going to score points. Not to forget that.
Here we go. 3rd round of the main event. IronSharif taking on Goat 1099. Hard to score, Bailey. Hard to score. Big 4th round, but the stamina advantage definitely in the favor of Goat 1099.
Big right hand.
There comes the right hand. Catches him slipping in. Beautiful job planting and throwing that right hand. A little risky, but he knew he was to throw something big there. He's going back to his jab. Backing out. Jab straight. There we go. But there's a slip. Oh, the slip. Oh, and he's dropped there. The big right hand coming up, and Goat is rugged now. IronSharif got him backed up against the cage, going back to that lead roundhouse hook to the body, ducking in for that lead hand. Uppercuts coming in here, and Goat's got to find a way out of this position. Got to get away from the cage. You can't just keep blocking. Go to the body, something like that. There he goes with the 1-2-3, slowing the pace down. Back to the jab, resetting the pace of this fight.
That's a crazy round, man. Crazy round to kick it off. First fire of minutes. Just fire.
And it's always extremely scary when IronSharif gets close and you know your back's near that cage. The only thing you can do is guess and hope he doesn't, you know, you guess a lean and hopefully he doesn't connect and guess correctly, because if he does, you're going down. And Goat is getting pressured hard right here, Balian.
He is getting pressured hard, but the jab is what's keeping him off him. And he is using it well now. You see that jab is something he's having real trouble getting past. He's getting it slipped a few times, but that's because he's jabbing and then, you know, the slip comes and he's not blocking, or he's not able to get out, or he's throwing the jab and the slip's at too close a range. And he needs to keep an eye on the feet here. Make sure use the feet to judge the range of Sharif, because that's what he needs to use. I mean, that's how you gauge a distance a lot better, especially when you're the longer fighter. The torso, the closeness, and look how close these two are. You can really tell when Sharif can hit him and when Goat can hit him back based on the feet here. Ooh, stinging jab, roundhouse to the body.
Yeah, big roundhouse to the body. And D, what do you think about that stamina on IronSharif?
You know, I'm looking at it, man. He's still attacking, right? I'm trying to watch his strategy here, and it looks like he's almost just going for broke at this point, knowing if he does get into the later or the 5th round, he might not have anything left in the tank. So it's very interesting here. With 2 minutes left, IronSharif still pouring on the pressure with half a stamina disadvantage, and now we're back into the punch.
Yeah, I mean, go on, Rob.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that if IronSharif does steal this round, then he might be up 3-1. So it's actually a great strategy, putting this much pressure. And then if he could just survive that 5th and final, he could win this fight, guys.
Yeah, I think it's also just not even the pressure of the fighter and the stamina, but if you've got your opponent constantly coming at you, that wears on you mentally as well. You know, you have to think, you have to play this whole fight incredibly smart, and Sharif not letting up. You know, the fight's going on, there's 1 round left, but he doesn't want to get out of the face. He wants to keep coming forward, and there's a mistake there. Throws a jab to the body, big roundhouse comes over the top, and he's not worried about it there. He knows he's going to land something big, and he lands it. That's why he's keeping that pressure, waiting for the mistake from Go. Constantly under attack, and there, Jack's under for that jab to the body. First time he threw that, and Sharif coming over the top with a big roundhouse kick.
Oh my goodness, 15 seconds left in the 4th round. We might need to get an oxygen mask for Daniel Cormier, aka IronSharif, as we count down the final seconds. Another leg kick there, another jab straight, and now to get the hook in. Man, fireworks, absolute fireworks. But the question now, like Bruce Lee said, how is IronSharif going to survive with the cardio he has in round 5?
I don't know. He blew it all in that 4th round. I mean, he might have taken that round. I'm not sure, but Goat's got to capitalize on the stamina advantage and do some serious work on IronSharif, Balian.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And this is the 5th and final round here, and he's found himself against the cage again here. And there we have a little second right there where Sharif's got no stamina. He's thrown his load, and again he's still running away, but steps in off the leg kick. Big mistake there by Sharif to throw it from that close of a range, especially against Gustafsson, and that's a big straight right they call him. A left hook that dropped him. The pressure's coming on. The block is super low here. Sharif is covering up. He's back up against the cage. Look to step in again with the 1. Go to the 1-2. The uppercut's coming through. There it is to the body. And let's see if Sharif can recover. He's so low on the stamina. All he's got is that hook. Lands beautifully there, but Go is down resetting the pace of the fight. He's going to create that distance, and he's probably going to be able to just wear him down for the rest of this round.
Alexander Gustafsson is a hungry lioness, and IronSharif looks like an injured gazelle, and Goat is about to feast this round. I have a feeling, D.
I don't know, man. I'm still wondering why IronSharif chucked that empty leg kick that really cost him. You might not go back to a leg kick ever again, because with that kind of stamina, people back home, you can't throw empty leg kicks. You're going to get caught.
I'm 99% sure he probably tried to throw an uppercut and it came out as a leg kick, because that does happen. That still happens to me.
Fair enough. Yes, that's a good point. That is a great point.
And that would just suck, but that's the thing that happens, man. You got to be careful with those uppercuts. That's another reason, you know, be careful with them. But he's still coming for the pressure. Beautiful job out the outside of that lead uppercut. And that could be the fight here. Go. Doesn't matter how well Sharif did this whole fight, even if he's winning on the scorecards, because Go has that stamina. He's being controlled and pushing forward here, and all he's got to worry about is that slip. But he still needs to lead with his jab. He needs to stay on the outside of that range, check the feet, keep the distance, know where he's outside of that uppercut, and just be careful here. There's 2 minutes left.
And I think we're seeing the stamina, you know, with the patch kick in.
Oh.
IronSharif always leading with those the ducks and slips, so you can really tell the stamina kicks your ass later on in the fight.
IronSharif is barely hanging on here, boys, and I wish Goat would, you know, work the body a little bit more. But he gets a huge uppercut off, and IronSharif 3 times in a row. It's got to be a 10-8 round.
I don't know. He's springboarding back up. We got 1:25 left. This is the main event. D-Mark.
Oh, no, that's it! That's it! Right hand over the top.
He takes out IronSharif.
Breaks the block.
Oh, baby.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
Wow, that's the main event right there. I mean, I just didn't think he had enough cardio. Like he would throw a jab and he'd be out of breath. So I mean, what a great performance by Goat here. He kind of knew it. He had it in his back pocket the whole time.
Big hooks to the body here with a boom replay, following up jab, 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 uppercut, left hook, right hook, and that's it. Just kept the range, 4-punch combination to finish the fight. Knew he had him hurt, knew he had him rock, and the block was so low, just breaks straight through it there. And I'm sorry to say, boys, but your predictions were both incorrect.